Welcome back to the Crypto Knowledge Alliance. It's me, Jimbo. In today's video, we're going to have a look at the Bitcoin price action. We're going to see what we can deduce what might happen in the next few days and weeks. We're going to have a look at the coin market cap and do the normal roundup. And we are also going to check out some charts for our Telegram members. If you're new here, guys, and you like this sort of content, give us a like and subscribe. You're going to be able to get the content as soon as I release it, and it's going to help the channel grow. Thank you very much. Also, if you're interested in having ongoing cryptocurrency conversations with like-minded people, there's a link for a Telegram chat group in the description. I think you'll find it very useful, very educational. And remember, this content that I provide to you guys, whether it be in here or on Telegram, it's completely educational. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I giving financial advice. I'm just Jimbo, calling things as I see them and sharing it in an educational manner. Let's get into the video today, guys, and let's start here with Bitcoin monthly chart. We have got 1 day left of the chart. This chart officially, we will see another candlestick start on this chart on the 1st of March. This one ends at the end of the 28th of February. We have seen 6 big red candles in a row for Bitcoin. Now we're forming a green one. The next day looks like it may be very, very interesting in the Bitcoin long time frame. We can see here that it's not a very large green candle. We are far from out of the woods. We've seen a very similar resistance point from the last candle, which we'll have a look at on the shorter time frames. And the bottom of this green candle, for it to turn red, is at 3,400, around 3,400. So wouldn't take a significant drop over the next day to see us break back into this zone. I know 10+%, is what we're going to need to break down by. We've seen it happen before. There's no way of discounting it happening again, but hopefully this candle stays green and hopefully we see some more positive price action for Bitcoin. Let's go into a little bit more of a smaller time frame and see if we can deduce where it might go over the next day or so. I'm going to immediately jump into the 4-hour chart, where I think we can see a pretty clear potential bear flag forming. Now, whether this one plays out, we'll have to wait and see. Let me just draw some lines in here to represent something that I'm seeing. Here we've got the flagpole. Here we've got the range that the price is currently traveling in, and you've got even potentially got a breakout of this range, which sometimes is often a suggestion that it will break to the downside because you've sort of tried to break to the upside and it's just not had the legs to do it. I'm going to bring up the stochastic RSI, which I think will be of use, and just show you again, not every there's no indicator which is going to give you the answer. You just have to use these in combinations with each other and analyze it all as one big picture, but use the indicators as just a guide. Wait for confirmations. Just use the indicators as a guide, and then wait for the confirmations of what you think might happen. That's when it's a safe time to trade. That's not financial advice. That's my opinion. That's how I do things. I'm patient. I try to wait. I try to see the market and let it decide, not me guess. Anyway, that being said, you can see that the stochastic RSI on the 4-hour chart has just broken down negatively. The blue line crossing the orange line is a suggestion, as you can see here and here, that there's a chance we may have a downwards movement coming. What I would use to back that up, that we might see a little bit more downwards movement here, is that we're now currently testing the bottom of this support that we have formed here on the flag. So if we were to break down through it, what the stochastic RSI is saying, that we have got room to potentially break down further, and who knows, maybe we could use this. Let's get the target line for our flag and put it at point of breakout. Say we break out on the next few candles. You can see that we'd be back down here at testing at 3,340. If it was to do the full poll, my method is to look at 75% of any potential breakout and aim for there. That way you're more likely to catch a good profit without risking seeing a bounce at the bottom or something like that. That's just my opinion, guys. That's how I try and play things. I think just take profit. That's what this is about. That's how that's how we do well. You take profit. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Anyway, guys, I'm not saying for sure this is going to break down. We could very easily see this all turn positive with the stochastic RSI bouncing back up and price doing the same thing, maybe retesting this support. We wait for the breakout on the chart, and then we have confirmation of what might happen next. Okay. After the Bitcoin segment today, I have mentioned to the members in the group that we will be doing some reviews of some charts for them. That's coming up next. The first one is for Christopher, who wanted to see Icon. So let's get into that now, Chris. So here it is, the Icon 4-hour chart. Have a look here at the recent price action. You can see it's had a really nice run over the last month. I personally believe there's a chance that it might have something to do with the mobile device announcements in the last week or so. I think that's been quite positive across a few platforms that have had previous rumours and existing rumours that link them with mobile devices and the next generation of mobile platforms. I think Icon might be one of the ones that's reacted to that, and it's looked really nice. For you, Christopher, if you're still in the initial trade from when we made an educational call on the channel I think it was a week or so back, I'm not seeing much evidence of this running out of steam just yet. Now, if it was my play, again, not financial advice, but if it was my play, I'd be raising my stop loss as it went, keeping a reasonably tight stop loss, trying to maximise any chance of taking profit, and being safe in case we do see a rejection. The second coin that was requested to be reviewed today on the channel was... Oh, I slipped my mind at the moment. Sorry, it was Eng. Engine coin to Bitcoin. Wow. So here's a chart. This looks really nice. If you were in Eng, I'm sure you really enjoyed this run. Now you can see immediately on the 4-hour, I like the look of this. I really like the look of this. I know it's had a huge jump, but yeah, I'm seeing some things here that I like the look of. I think that seeing the stochastic RSI pretty much bottoming out now down here right at the lowest levels. Yes, we can see some continued movement down here, so that's important to watch for, but it makes it nice. There's nice room for a momentum push upwards here. We know that bounces off a big push can be very nice. Again, this push here that Engine Coin achieved isn't just completely coincidental. It seems to be on the back of the Samsung Galaxy Wallet rumours. Again, time will tell if that's true or not, but it is performing very well nonetheless. I like the 4-hour chart at the moment. I think that there's a good chance that we could see further progress from Engine Coin in the next days. Let's have a look at how we look on a wider time scale. So a 3-day chart is a nice wide time scale to take. Okay, so there are some signs on the 3-day here that we may have seen a current top, but I think that's just because we've had such an incredible run in this one candle that it's pushed us right up to the top. What we'll be looking for now is some sustained movement up here in this zone. So see here, remember these are 3-day candles, these are big candles, right? So see here, we've hit the top of the stochastic RSI, but we've stayed reasonably horizontal up in that zone for a while, and you can see that if we follow our lines up, we still had 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 green candles in a row straight away, then we had a small red candle, then we had another green candle before we broke down. So just because this has hit the top does not mean that the move is over. This new red candle that's forming, this is only been played out today. So this is a brand new candle. We could see this flip within the next 2 days. I'll be watching, keeping a close eye on this candle to see if we see, it go green. Because if it goes green, I expect to see further gains even on this time frame. As long as we stay up here in the RSI, in the stochastic RSI, and don't start to break back down again, where we start to see retracement, start to see a pullback from the move. You can see once we hit these peaks and then we come down, the price moves down with the stochastic RSI, and then the stochastic RSI turns positive, and we come back up. come back down. So it's an interesting indicator to watch. I'm not saying that it's perfect by any stretch. You have to look at it objectively, and don't look for favourable results just because they're what you want to see. Look objectively. So we've got a downturn on the RSI here. Like I said before, pretty much expected. When the RSI hits all the way up at 90, 92, that's seriously overbought at that point. It's not going to continue to stay up there for a long period of time. It's going to have to peel back a little bit before we see any further gains. What I do like here is that, again, on the 1 day, although we've had this negative pullback here, we've now seen the leading indicator, the blue line here, cross back over positively on the stochastic RSI. So that's something interesting. And like I said, I think there's some movement here. Keep an eye on Engine Coin. Some of the people in the group and that I've spoken to in there have traded this very well. And there was an educational call made on Engine Coin at 1217 Satoshis. And it topped out about, I think it was about 141% from the call point to the peak. So obviously no one's going to get out of the peak every time. That's just a matter of, especially with a big push up like this, you have to be realistic. But the gains from the point where it was called to the top is 141%. So plenty of room for profit in that zone. Plenty of potential for Engine Coin moving forward, especially if the rumours are true. Okay, so now we'll go on to the coin market cap. We'll have a little look over on here. Just have a quick scan down. It's looking... It's a mixed bag. Nice to see Pundy-X pushing up. Theta doing well again. Speaking about Theta in the group now for... several weeks, I think. Yeah, I think it was sort of the 15th or something like that where we first sort of said, hey, this thing could really move, and it has done, and that's really great to see. But it's about a mixed bag today. We've got some gainers, we've got some losers. Let's take a look at the gainers and losers. Let's see what we've got here for any substantial volume and moves. I'm going to bring this up. Because I looked at this yesterday and I didn't make any move on it, and I'm looking at it and I'm wondering what's going on with this. Eidos Canine. This has been floating around on CoinMarketCap now only for a couple of weeks, and I saw it first listed. Didn't really look into it much. I just thought, from what I could see with my brief scan, it was just another currency for paying. And I really started looking into it yesterday when I saw this announcement that they'd released an ETF for this currency, or that an ETF was about to come out for ADK. I thought, maybe I'll take a position out in it, and I had a look, and none of the exchanges that it was sold on I had, and it would have been the process of setting all that up, and I just thought, there'll be other opportunities. So I didn't take out a position. We're now 100% up. I'm not emotionally bothered. It doesn't matter. That's not the mentality to have. It's one that's passed by. But it rouses my suspicion even more because, like I said, at the time yesterday when I raised this, I thought it all looked a bit scammy. I wasn't a big fan. But if what they were delivering in their statements were true, I thought that there's some really interesting things to go and look in out there. Maybe do some research on this one, guys. See what you think of that. I'm not advocating you go and buy it. I'm not saying that. I'm not shilling it. I'm just saying go and do some reading about what's been going on here with this ETF. And you could give me a comment. Let me know. Do you think it's just a scam? Is this a scam? Or have they really got something amazing going on? Let me know in the comments section. We've got ABBC coin up 25 million volume, up 27%. Nice for them. Space Chain up 25% on 2 million volume. Bread up on 7 million volume, 22. So, there's some nice volume back gains there. Theta still charging on with 44 million volume, 18% gains. Really pushing on. Pundy-X, there it is, 21 million volume. So we've got some fairly good volume builders today across some of the alts there. Interesting to see that. Where Bitcoin has really been quite stable over the last day or so. We've seen a bit, we've dropped down, we've sort of stabilized now, but we're not within a huge price range. But we're seeing some big percentage, big volume increases on some of the projects. That's interesting to see. What about on the flip side? LTO network's down a bit, but I think that's had a pretty large run up of the last recent week, so it's not surprising. I discount these ones because the volume's just so low. Safe, that's interesting to see. It's 38% down on 721,000 volume, because this is in the top 100. In the top 100, and only 721,000 volume. That's interesting, isn't it, to see it drop that much? But I haven't done a lot of research into this, guys, so I can't give you too much information. Go and do your own research and have a look into it. I believe it's an advanced wallet function or something along those lines. Engine coin with a large retracement today. Again, we just discussed that. Predictable from such a large run-up. Could be an interesting entry point. Mana, again, same deal, down 12.18% after a large run-up yesterday. Again, if you were looking to get into Mana on the hype yesterday and you didn't want to get in at the top, maybe you're having a look at the charts now thinking, maybe I'll be getting involved. Okay, I think that'll cover coin market cap of today. 52% BTC dominance, 130 billion market cap, 24-hour volume, slight retracement from the last couple of days where we've been at about 28, 29. So pulled back a little bit there. We'll have to see where the market goes in the next couple of days. So now we'll do the news section, and I just wanted to quickly put in there that Binance will be listing Fetch.AI for trading tomorrow at 10 a.m. UTC. So if you got involved in the Launchpad ICO of this, or you got involved in an original ICO, or you were looking to trade after launch, tomorrow 10 a.m. UTC will be when this is available. If you're looking to trade or to try and take a top out after the ICO, you've got to be vigilant. Price can swing up and down quite violently after launch, so you're going to have to keep your eyes peeled. And my advice would be to have a tight stop loss from whatever you see it launch at, and look to place your stop loss accordingly and move it up if you get the chance to. Again, that's not financial advice, that's just my opinion. That's how I would play it, just to try and be as safe as possible. So a bit of news for the adoption side of things and stuff like that. We've got Russian President Putin orders government to adopt crypto regulation by July 2019. I think this is quite interesting to see Putin pushing for the adoption. I like this. I'll just read this part out. Specifically, the document requires the adoption of federal legislation that aims to develop the digital economy, including regulation of civil law digital settlements. The legislation should also include a regulatory framework for digital finance assets, as well as attract greater financial resources based on digital technologies. So, that's nice. Russia wants to get involved. Putin wants to push it through. He wants this done by July 2019. Sounds good. We like what you're doing, Putin. If it's going to drive adoption, great. I hope you don't. I hope that it doesn't go the other way and you regulate it to a point where it can't be used. But from what we're reading and what's been coming out publicly, it doesn't seem that that's the case. I hope that this is all for the positive. But time will tell. We'll wait and see. To add to that, we've got Bahrain Central Bank releases first cryptocurrency exchange to graduate its regulatory sandbox. So they're now testing an exchange with the regulations that they're looking to put in place. This is great. This is nice. This is what we want to see. This is going to help adopt things. It's going to help attract other people who are looking for these more stable financial institutions to be involved in the cryptocurrency space. It's really going to help those people feel more confident if they have a central bank with this regulatory sandbox that's being tested. Let's see if they can get it to work. It would be excellent if it all comes through and they have a great success of it. It's a big challenge to overcome. I'm sure that we're going to see throughout the next few years many central banks looking to take on this challenge, and there's a good chance that not all of them will succeed and not all of them will want to push it through. Some of them will find uses in it, some of them might, Just similar to how we generally are with cryptocurrency, I guess. Some people will say, yes, it's great. Some people will be like, no, it's not for me. Some people will say, oh, what's this? That's crypto. Anyway, guys, I think that's everything covered for today. Hope you enjoyed the content. Give us a like and sub if you haven't. Catch you next time.